Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nadia. I'm a Vedic astrologer and psychic medium. So today we are going to talk about the energy update between 14th of May until 21st of May. As usual, I will divide my explanation into several parts and this timestamp will be in description box. Okay, so there are a lot of kind of transit change going on this week. One of the most highlighted, I believe, is gonna be Sun. All right. So Sun, actually today or tomorrow, depending on your location, or either 15 or 16, will be moving to the sign of Taurus, where Jupiter sits. All right. That means Sun will be only 0 degree, and we have Jupiter here 3 degree. This is most probably the time of activating Jupiter in Taurus. So that means if you didn't feel any change, anything, and like a stagnant, I'm not feeling it, Jupiter not doing anything in my Taurus, then Sun moving to a Taurus right now, it will kind of, how can I say, click the switch on Jupiter and it start to manifest itself. All right. So you can say that maybe during this week or next week onward, you will feel the impact of Jupiter if you are going through significant activation related to Jupiter, or if you have a strong planet in your Taurus sign, or actually you are going through again Mahadasha Antardasha of a planet actually sitting in Taurus, right? So if there anything has to do with Taurus being activated in your chart right now or has to do with Jupiter, then you will start to feel it. Okay, so Sun here will start to shine bright like a bulb of light on Jupiter. Many people say, oh, it's a combustion, Jupiter get burned. There is no way the planet can get burned because it's a planet. Okay, like it's a big thing. So, maybe this is a bit controversial um, perspective, but I really do not believe in combustion. But I think Sun will act like a bulb of light with shining bright the quality of Jupiter or quality of that particular planet that it's conjunct with. Every planet has its own good and bad side. Okay, let's same way how a human is. So when we are shining bright on that thing, it will start to show up the goodness and the bad aspect also. It doesn't mean it will give us only negative results. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Sun is a bulb of light. And so Sun right now is shining bright on Jupiter, which is sitting in the second house or the sign of Taurus. It shows that our focus, our perspective, or our plan in upcoming period will be mostly focused on family, finance, and stability, security of our wealth. Okay, this is may gives a tendency for people to spend a lot in upcoming period, has to do with luxury or on secondary items or secondary things. So I think we as a collective, we need to be more careful the way how we deal with money, the way how we manage our money, because this is kind of crucial and critical period, even when Venus moving to sign of Taurus, which I'm going to speak about it in a while. It's creating the Saraswati yoga, right? It's one of the most abundant yoga. It has a tendency for people, again, to spending a lot, to looking and searching for lavish lifestyle, okay? To do things or to just taking action and decision financially without really searching on it or really know whether they really need that or not. So this is can indicate people who have a tendency to get losses in their investment, or maybe their investment will not be as fruitful as they think it will be. Okay, so we need to be careful and be more aware of how we're gonna manage our money in upcoming period. Okay, um I feel if you're having a business, let's say for example you're having a business or you have like a venture investment, there is some if you already have that, okay, before Jupiter moves to Taurus, then it can indicate a flourish period, right? But again, whatever you get right now, you need to really manage it properly. Don't spend don't spend just because you want this, or just don't spend because you feel like you need that thing. You need to be more wise in your expenditure. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So a sun here again, it can indicate that people will have a tendency to spend more time with their family. Okay, being together with them, planning for their future when it comes to finance, attaining asset, wealth. People who've been waiting to get like some inheritance, it may show up during this time. Okay, whatever that Jupiter's supposed to do in your door sign will start to get activated during this time. To just in small, how can I say, in summary, I would say. Okay, whatever Jupiter has to give, it will give. It will start to give from now on. Okay, so this is in regards to Sun moving to Taurus. Now around we have 19, sorry. Around 19, here we go. We have Venus actually will be joining Sun and Jupiter in the second house. This can be considered to be excellent, especially if you have, again, any activation related to Taurus, any activation related to Sun, Venus, or any planet sitting in Taurus. Okay, it indicates there is a tendency that you will make good amount of money. There is a tendency that people will start again to spend lavishly, to spend more than they capable of. This can also indicate people who will have getting into a debt. Maybe if you are working in finance or working as a banker, you will find like the application for of people to getting their debt or to getting their asset, or just like withdrawal. I don't know. It will start to increase during this time. All right, in unexpected way. Okay, this is one thing. Second thing, let's say you having an investment in stock market, or in I don't know, in stock market, or anything has to do with long-term asset. Okay, you may start to get some gain during this period. Okay, this is actually quite stable time, to be very frank. Okay, but the only issue is that if you have quite afflicted placement in Taurus, let's say Taurus fall into your sixth house, into your eighth house, into your 12th house. Let's say you have a Gulika and Madi here. Let's say your timetable itself is not really good. Can backfire to us and become a period where we may lose money. So in both cases, Jupiter and Venus here is trying to teach us how we can plan our finance properly, how we can plan our uh, long-term asset properly. Okay, this is Taurus is the main structure and foundation that we start our life with. Okay, because it's natural of the second house. Because this is the ascendant, right? This is you. Taurus is here. This is the second. That's mean the foundation and structure. There is some change in foundation of structure. Forget about money. In the way how you seeing life, seeing people, seeing family, the way how you want to manage your material, it will start to change. Your strategy also. Where you want to put your money, where you want to spend more, when you want to get lesser things, what you want to get rid of, it will start to change. When Venus and Sun getting together, people will start to think also how I can create better foundation in my life. Again, if your Taurus is fall into a good house and in good condition, if it's in critical placement or you have a critical activation, it may challenge you. Okay, so it really vary depend on the Taurus house, Taurus placement in your chart, but this is can shows an extreme of two things. Either is like very good, people will make a lot of money, and you have another polarity, people will losing money. So you gotta be careful. All right. In both cases, I think the best thing is just to be in balance in the middle. Don't spend too much and don't also keep money for yourself. You just need to pamper Venus here. Okay. Um, People may have a tendency also to learn new skill, new abilities, especially when it has to do with business management, finance, accountancy, all right, investment. People will have a tendency also to drawn to do an business related to food, beverage, drinks. You will start to see many brands or many new companies related to these things will start to show up in upcoming period. Okay, people have a tendency again to spend lavishly. This is definitely for a theme, regardless whether you making money or you're losing money. We want lavish. Okay, so yeah, and that's it. So this energy will start to pick up for sure. All right, and it may reach the peak around May and June. When Saturn goes retrograde, we will start to overthink and overanalyze whatever decision that we are trying to make right now when it comes to our finance. That's why I said the best thing is to be in balance. If you're not being balanced, Saturn, when it moves retrograde around June, it will backfire to us. Okay, so yeah, I understand that Ketu, Rahu Ketu is here, has to do with spirituality, but I think the strong focus during this period, it has to do with the finance. Okay, if you can see the Lord of the 12 is sitting into second. So there is an energy and a dynamic of shifting and changing in our finance and the way how we deal with money, our career, our profession, and so on. Okay, so again, the vital focus will be on Jupiter, and Jupiter will be heavily activated this week. Okay, so that's it for this week. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. If you're interested to book a personal reading with me, my details are in description box. Thank you, and wishing you to have a wonderful and beautiful week. Take care.